Yo, what's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte, and we have some big news out of the nation's capital up in Ottawa, as the Ottawa Senators have named their 10th captain in franchise history. You'll never believe it, it's Brady Tkachuk. Brady Tkachuk is the 10th captain of the Ottawa Senators. We'll be taking a look at that in today's video. Now, there's a lot to this storyline. It's not just Brady Tkachuk getting a C on his sweater. There is a lot involved in this, and we'll be breaking it down. Now, if you look at the context of the Ottawa Senators as an organization, this is an organization that has been flawed, an organization that has had highs, and they've also had very low, bottom-tier lows that no one else could have reached. And you look at the teams that they've had with Carlson, Pajot, Stone. I'm trying to remember who else was there. Craig Anderson. Even Dion Phaneuf was there at some point. This was a team that everybody wanted to see do well. And, the coaching staff was really good there. And things kind of fell apart when it came time to signing your players. They couldn't, there was also some off-ice stuff. So there was some issues going on with the contract negotiations for Carlson and Stone. That's ultimately why they left. There was also some friction in the locker room. Internal fighting between Stone and Carlson's wife and girlfriend led to a little bit of dismay in that situation. They both end up leaving the teams. And then you had the Uber situation with the Uber driver recording like 3 or 4 players in the back of the seat, talking about their coaches and their management and how much they don't, their displeasure for the organization. And Matt Duchene was one of those guys. And then that happened. They trade for Matt Duchene. They end up giving up Bowen Byram to the Avalanche. It was literally an avalanche for the for the Ottawa Senators. And then they started to turn things around. They start getting draft picks, start acquiring some decent young talent. Eric Brandstrom, Lassie Thompson, who else was in there? Jake Sanderson, Tim Stuchla, Drake Batherson, Josh Norris, obviously Brady Tkachuk, all early draft picks of the Senators. And all of a sudden they're building up a little bit of a hockey team here in Ottawa. And Brady Tkachuk had just signed a huge extension to stay with the Ottawa Senators organization. And it was one of those things where people were genuinely concerned that Brady Tkachuk would not sign with the Senators because of the state of the organization and the fact that the team would not give him the money he felt that he deserved. And it doesn't look like that's the case anymore in Ottawa. The Ottawa Senators paid up Brady Tkachuk. They gave him what he is worth, and that's all he really asked for, but he ends up getting that deal. $8.3 million per season as the cap hit for the next 7 years. He signed so it's a little around $60 million for Brady Tkachuk in 7 years. So Brady Tkachuk signs long term, and now you're starting to see this team start to have their base of a structure. You have Batherson, you have Tkachuk, you have Norris. On the back end, you have Shabbat, you have guys like Nick Holden, Zaitsev, who's actually been pretty good. So this is a Ottawa Senators team that just has to start to build that framework, and then they allow the key piece to come in a little bit later. That guy that helps, get them to that next level. But for the Ottawa Senators right now, getting Brady Tkachuk as the captain, it just fits. We figured this was going to happen at some point this season. But now the Ottawa Senators have their guy. And I think that means a lot to the organization. I think it means a lot to Tkachuk. His brother Matthew could be the next captain in Calgary at this point. So there is a lot on the table here. And I think where the Senators have been for so long, it's a nice sigh of relief that this team is finally going in a good direction. Now, the record doesn't necessarily say that. They've won 3 of their first 10 games to start the season, second last in the Atlantic Division. But at the end of the day, you have to look at it as the Senators have the building blocks? Can they build around that? And can they keep it together? Because like I said, the reputation of this organization has not been great. They're very, tough with contracts, and they find a way to get it done. And I think at the end of the day, Tkachuk wanted to play with the Ottawa Senators. He just wanted to get the money he was worth. And now that he's gotten the money, and now he's got the term, they have given him that captaincy tag. The last guy to be the captain of the Ottawa Senators. Let me know who that was down in the comment section down below. I did mention his name in this video, so let me know who the last captain of the Senators was. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you again next time. Go Sens.